Peace and blessings, y'all. This is your boy Gerald. It is Tuesday, February 7th, 2017. How is everybody doing? As I'm starting my day, I wanted to put this out just to let some of you know who are not aware. Pretty soon, I'm about to switch gears and focus on my Journey of a Man channel. For one, I have content here, but I want to focus more on the health because it is about mind, body, spirit. And you know, I had a I had an epiphany today because I realized that have you noticed that when it comes to integrity these days take a back seat to sensationalism. And far too many times you see like little fires, little outbursts, little spurts of how can I say it? Not what you need, but it's always over the top. And I know that it can be easily summed up as misery loves company, but really it does such an injustice because it also shows as a society how broken we are and how having a passive aggressive position or a deflective position has been accepted. And I never could understand because just from a historical standpoint, socially, I remember when it was common 25 years ago that your neighbor, they looked out for you. They always made sure that you were seen in good light, and the respect for those who lived in that street or neighborhood was very tight knit. But through time, through really condescending agendas that have been placed out to be embraced, it has fragmented not only our community, but us as individuals. And when you think about it, we've allowed being toxic to be condoned. All the while, we are showing our young behavior traits that should not be. And the real question should be why? I remember a long time ago when I was growing up, legendary R&B group Cameo had a song called The Skin I'm In. And it talked about who they were and being proud of your life, as well as it talked about having the perseverance to stand for what you believed in. But looking at today's climate, it's going to be hard. The position of being unique is being laughed at. And how can I say this? Instead of being a leader, it is more promoted to be a follower. But what are we following? What is the direction? What is the end goal? when the constant reminders always give you disappointment? And the real question should be, why? See, at the end of the day, it's not your responsibility to live someone else's life. It's your sole responsibility to protect yours. So the real question is, you could choose to be a hypocrite and live under your potential, or you could do the work and prepare for your harvest. This is also the actual line in the sand on a financial note of those who have compared to those who have not. But see, I get it because there's a whole lot of people that should not have that do. So now we do have a blurred line. We do have a mixed signal being put out for for those who are informed because they're going off of what is the constant example. And the real question should be, what's the end goal? Is what you putting out going to be measured to what you receive? Because the fact of the matter is, it is. So you got to wonder, does it benefit you to embrace someone else's burdens? Did it benefit you to allow someone to distract you from your smile? Does it benefit you to place your hopes and admiration for you to be delayed one more moment? The end result is always the same. It's pain. Last time I checked, you have a whole lot of life to live. Last time I checked, when you took your first breath, you wasn't given a stopwatch. Last time I checked, you should have been nurtured, protected, and honored. But unfortunately, there are some that already know this, that have a unconditional loyalty to their denial. You see it exemplified through their choices and behaviors, as well as the company they keep. See, at the end of the day, it is your life. And at the end of the day, you must make a choice how it is going to be defined. But look, if we go on a spiritual note, you cannot deny nor stop time. No one has mastered that. No one has cornered that market of being able to stop time. But because to be able to do that, that means you're able to influence history. History is nothing but an illustration of the great lesson that is used to spark your insight and to solidify your wisdom. So I say to you, family, who's loving you? If the end goal is peace of mind, why aren't you on that path? No one asked you to go track star. All they asked was you to stand and be still. Sometimes all that's required is you to acknowledge what is going on. Sometimes what is required is for you to act. You realize how many people are on this planet and their lives are being held hostage by a choice? You see them all the time. They give you 1,001 excuses why they can't, but they won't give you one example of trying. Why is that? What is delayed motivation? I'll tell you what that is. It's disappointment. Because systematically, what you fail to realize is you are ciphering your time. No one's promised tomorrow. You're not guaranteed to wake up. You're not, I don't want to speak this into existence, but when you step out your door, who said that you're going to return? And how about the company you keep? Are they the living example of your empowerment? Do they motivate your growth? Because I can tell you a great deal of the people that the company that people keep, they're just opportunists waiting to implement the next phase of your disappointment. So at the end of the day, you got to make a choice to see your life for what it is and acknowledge what is needed for who you're going to become. Other than that, you have no reason to complain. Maybe this is the moment that you'll finally be transparent with yourself and get out of your own way. Because trust when I tell you this, there are plenty of people that don't want you to smile, and they want you to embody the same emotional state that they've been holding on for a long time. So whose story are you living? Is it yours? Because if it is not, you're robbing yourself for what should have been there all along. God's praying for you. You know I am. I see your work. For that. It helps me discern mine. And one more thing. You'll also notice that the same people that have the energy to complain are the same people that do not see the worth to try. And they're hoping that you will follow suit. You know why? Because they want you to sit down on that long table called misery. Because you do understand this. As long as you give them an audience, the more the behavior will persist. And it also validates the perspective that they had. It's not worth your state of mind. Have the courage and claim it back. Have a blessed week, y'all. And for y'all that are also connected to the Journey of Man site, look forward to more content. I got some new stuff I'm getting ready to drop. Be blessed.